Good evening, race fans. Welcome back into another edition of Tuesday Night NASCAR, Tuesday Night Trucks, here live on YJ Media. Here live at the Paperclip Martinsville Speedway. Here for race 5 of 25. It is the Boys and Girls Club of the Blue Ridge 200 here at Martinsville. 200 laps of action here tonight. Race information is as follows. 2 laps of qualifying for the 200 laps. Stage 1 at the conclusion of lap 50. Stage 2 at the conclusion of lap 100, not 1,000. So a little typo. There you go. Lap 100, halfway. 3 green-white checkers if needed for these truckers. 3 total tire sets. 1 starter, 2 in the pits. Fuel run, pretty irrelevant tonight. 130 to 140 laps. And 0 fast repairs as always. Looks like we have 35 in attendance here this evening. So everyone will make the field, but it is as close to full as it gets, much like real life. They strive for that 1-to-1 match in pretty much everything, it appears. So let's go ahead and pull up the last little bit of practice here. You can see the best times of everybody. That is Jake Watson, John Crow Sr. at an 18.91. Jeremy Paris, Diego Rodriguez, Gabriel Lafrene, your top 5. An 18.81 all the way down to a 20.5 for Steve Herring. 32 drivers so far electing to make a practice time. And we'll go ahead and get right into qualifying. So if there's one more spot up for grabs for anyone that wants to hop in, but if 2 show up, then everyone will have to make a lap. Top 20 locked in points as always, and we'll quickly show you the championship standings after the conclusion of 4 races. And it is Hunter Kent over Mike McConville by 9 points after last week's Homestead race. Daniel Moynihan, Chris Davis, Will Young. Top 10 all over 100 points. 68 points separating first to 10th. Top 20 are locked in case we get some late entrants. So that last spot would go to Logan Giesbrecht. Dakota LaRue, the first man on the outside, looking in a tie with Diego Rodriguez. Guys back here looking for some good finishes, I'm sure, to lock themselves in should we get more than 36 as we continue on throughout the season. We head all the way down to Tyler Sexton. 50 drivers have finished a race this season, all the way down to 3 points. As we'll go ahead and get right into qualifying. Currently top of the board, Gabriel Lafrene, 18.97, not far off the quickest time in practice. Ten times on the board so far, not able to improve on his second lap. As we'll just kind of jump around and see who's doing what on board. Let's take an onboard lap here with the driver of the 41 machine. Winner at Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago. Until trying to get a good exit for his first lap. Don't know if he was able to do so. Driver of the 41, and you can tell that truck. He's got that thing cranked so far to the left. So this will obviously be a second lap qualifying effort. Shifting down there into third gear. Just looked a little janky from the get-go there. 20.36. That was his second lap. That truck just looks tight. Ron Fitting improves to 6th quickest on his second lap. Track position here, vitally important, and that's why Giesbrecht staying in it. Not able to improve, obviously, wrecking off of turn number 4 there. These trucks look like a handful, even in a single lap qualifying session. Still Lafrene to beat. DJ Erdman Goes 7th quickest in the 68 machine. Had a solid, consistent start to the season. Won't be able to improve on his second lap. Slide out of turn number 4. Still was a 19.4, so that was quick. We got a new driver here tonight. Kavaha Holt making his TNN debut in 2025. He will make the show. And that looked like a pretty decent effort there off of turn number 4. And it is 10th quickest. And I imagine he's pretty happy with that. Bennett Allen, the winner at Homestead last week. Goes 15th quickest in the 15 truck. And that truck looks like it wrapped the bottom pretty good. Might actually be an improvement on his second lap. And it is to 12th, 19.11. All chasing the 06 machine, a LaFrenne 18.97. Minto goes 4th quickest. And it is tight at the top. The top 6 separated by 0.02 of a second. Don Miller 17th quickest. And there will not be an improvement on that second lap. Brandon Pfeiffer, 19th. Keith Long's first lap, good enough for 23rd quickest. Next across the line will be Bobby Blazer. And Pfeiffer, Keith Long for his second lap, and then Dakota LaRue. Keith Long goes to 20th. Pfeiffer stays in 18th. Bobby Blazer, 24th quickest. Looks like we did have a 36th entrant sneak in. Looks like it's Nick Hansen maybe in the 99 truck. So we'll have an exact full field. Second lap for Blazer. From 25th to 20th, Tane Hodison, new look 22 truck. He works through 3 and 4. Looked pretty tidy. Let's see what his first lap will be in the 22. And it was 9th quickest. It looked quick from up here. And a couple guys that have been able to improve slightly. Looks like he's a little higher up this time through 3 and 4. Looks like the grip gave out. And that'll be it for the 22 machine. Matt Mackin just took the green flag. 3.5 minutes remaining. I think he was happy with how that first lap went, so he's got one more opportunity. And he'll go out again. As we are going to go from dusk till definitely under the lights, 200 laps. You can tell he's trying to get that run off the corner, carry some speed. Mike McConville, Nick Hansen also looking to start their out laps. Fairly quick here, obviously. There's the 99 truck. And there is your Daytona winner, Mike McConville. Mackin's first lap, good enough for 27th quickest, but that is his first and only lap. Mike McConville, 12th quickest. Nick Hansen, 22nd. And then Jake Watson starts his first lap in the 40 truck. Dives it off in turn number 3, about 70 miles an hour or so at the apex. Looks like he caught a piece of the wall there. So he'll have to go around again if he wants a lap time on the board. Eli Tomlin. We do have 36 qualifiers confirmed. Eli Tomlin about to finish his first lap as well. He goes 30th. Jake Watson all the way up to P1. What a great lap. 18.91. Had one lap to get it in, and he was able to do so. 37 truck goes from 31st to 29th. And Rich Jet, Steve Herring, John Wilco. We know Rich Jet and Wilco don't ever like to qualify. That is their MO. Steve Herring right there with him. The trio of back row motorsports drivers. Just curious, though, about at a place like this, where track position is so important, you might not let it get a whole lot of green flag laps. Be in danger of going a lap down very quickly if you get caught up in an incident in the back. But that is their MO. They've stuck to it the entire season, so you appreciate the consistency. So Jake Watson on pole in the 40 machine. According to iRacing, my overlays, we got two Canadians on the front row, Jake Watson and Gabriel Lafrene. Let's quickly see if we can find Jake Watson. Let's just go up there. We might... Well, let's see. Bandit Racing Driver. Let's just move. Here with your pole sitter tonight, Jake Watson, the 40 truck, 18.91 will get you a pole position by 0.06 of a second. A mighty quick lap there. What you got for him in race trim here in just a couple minutes?
I hope I got something good. I turned a couple decent laps in practice with race trim there, so just keep it safe, keep all the fenders on it for most of the race, and hopefully we're there at the end.
Absolutely. Only one start so far this season. You got third, and in the second start, looking to pick up right where you left off. So speed was there in qualifying. Good luck in the race tonight.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. And let's just we don't got Art in the booth tonight. Don't know where he's at. Ghosted me. I'm gonna ask for that paycheck back. Let's just go hop around with a couple of teams real quick. Here with the Brittany Steers Racing trio, Jeremy Paris, Hunter Kent, Daniel Moynihan. How we doing tonight, fellas?
Pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good. No complaints. Y'all were quick last week at Homestead. We come to a paper clip tonight, this first true short track. What's the expectations tonight?
Just stay out of the trouble.
That.
There is 36 people here tonight, so we have continued the theme of full fields. 36 trucks at Martinsville. What's the game plan with something like this? With a full field.
Stay alive.
You don't even got to keep the fenders on it necessarily, because we know these trucks can take a little bit of punishment. So it should be an interesting race tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one for sure. Yeah, the aero's not a huge thing, which is good, but I don't know. Hunter and Jeremy seem to be pretty good at these tracks. I suck, so I don't know. My hopes are high, but my expectations are low.
As long as we keep everything clean, I believe that the cautions I think are going to be the biggest thing. I know we ran a league race here the other night, not in this league, but another league, and we ran 83 out of 134 laps under caution. So we need this thing to go green.
Listen, don't tell anybody, but I am charging by the hour tonight just for this race. But
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
I wish. But it should be an interesting one. We'll see who's there at the end. 200 laps. Looking forward to it. Good luck tonight, fellas.
All right, thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Here with Mike McConville, Nick Hansen, Brandon Minto, Ferda Motorsports. 36 trucks at Martinsville, fellas. How we feeling for tonight?
I'd say we're feeling as good as we usually feel. Not the fastest things on qualifying pace. I say that, and I qualified pole the last 2 weeks before today. But we got a strong piece under us. We got it. No. If we somehow make you guys retire because we go green in the final stage,
Listen,
the whole
fair
way,
play.
I feel real good for the long run pace of this truck.
long run here being maybe 20 laps tonight. We'll see.
10 laps,
I
maybe?
wish we could get 20.
Yeah, but it's just I told the Britney Steers guys, I was like, you don't even need fenders on it technically at the end. The aero doesn't mean a whole lot here, so we'll just see what condition the winning truck's in at the end of this thing tonight.
Yeah, if this thing doesn't look like a modified by the end of this race, I feel like we weren't racing at Martinsville.
Pretty much. I expect a lot of chaos, but we're at Martinsville, so I guess it makes sense.
Hopefully not so much chaos where it's like, half the race is caution laps.
It's shy racing
But-
in general. We'll just
Yeah.
roll with it.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll throw the other two series under the bus.
Oh, we
The
stopped.
series yesterday and the series on Sunday night were horrendous.
Well, hey, y'all did know I was charging by the hour tonight.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Yeah. Art ghosted me, so I'm gonna get that half of my the payback there.
Rude. No payment for him this week.
Yeah, no, just send it all to me. But it should be a good one, Martinsville. I'm just very curious to see how this goes tonight. 36 trucks. Love to see the full fields, though we keep at it. So
Hell yeah, brother.
there'll be stuff. I mean, literally all over this track to watch. So gonna be a good one tonight. And good luck to you, fellas.
Appreciate you. Hope to put on a good show. And there's a lot more respect in this series, so I expect at least one long run.
I'll hold you to that. Don't drive through nobody. Don't do it.
Shut up, Mike.
Good luck.
Oh,
to you,
well,
fellas.
I'm going to drive through Nick.
All right, can't talk to everybody because there's 36 of them, but we got a couple of bots, and various drivers. Not a whole lot of time here once we get going, so let everybody else settle in. Warm up well underway. 20 seconds till grid. 36 trucks. You'll love to see it. And I mean that's just best case scenario for everybody. Everybody gets to make the show, but if you're slow, you're going to be a little slow. You'll be battling for 30 seconds. There's no shame in that. But you will have somebody to battle. There's positions all over this track tonight. So glad to see that they keep showing up, showing out. And there you go. That's his teammate. That's all right, right at the end. That's allowed. That's a teammate. But we're ready to rock and roll up here in the booth. One-man show tonight. I'll try and keep up with as much as I possibly can. And we'll just hope for a good show tonight. We'll be under the lights here in just a little bit. We could watch the whole race just like this. Couldn't tell you who's winning, but you could see everything. Everyone gridding up, just waiting on a couple more drivers. They're ready to get to it, man. Waiting on, I think, just 3 more. Two more, and both of them did qualify, so all 36 are here. Homestead was a fantastic race. I'm sure this will be an interesting race. Hopefully, a good race at its own right. Let's check real quick, see if everyone's got their number. Got 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30. Looks like we were on it this week, boys. There you go. That is perfect. Looks like, I spoke too soon. We got Don Miller starting from pit lane and Matt Metler not on pit road at all. So it looks like we'll have 35 to start, but you will go down a lap quickly. You only get the one pace lap. Oh wait, lights were off on top of the pace car, but we're going around again. Fair enough. .34 back to Ron Wilco, and you can see there he's getting into turn 3. Leaders enter turn number 1, so it'll get spread out very quick. Should be going green this time by 200 laps around the paperclip. I want to get some temperature into those brakes, which everyone seemed to have been doing. Got an extra lap. Here we go. Pace car is off. Jake Watson will get us underway here through the Geico restart zone. Race number 5 is green. 40 got a good restart. He's got the bottom line, the preferred line. And he'll be clear. Heading down the back straightaway into turn number 3, side by side for second. 05 with that preferred line. He'll roll through the center of the corner. Still not quite clear, but they gave each other plenty of room. We look further back. A big stack up there. 41 taking full advantage. He's up 6 spots in the opening lap. As that 40 truck moving to about half a second ahead of that 05. Already big moves there from Moynihan as well. He's up 3 spots. Going to clear Ron Fitting down into turn number 1. Looks like he got stuck on that high line. He's down 6 spots, make it nearly 7 as the 99 looking to his inside. As there are battles throughout this field. We look back here, a little bit of side-by-side racing further in the back. Eli Tomlin, 36. And 37 trying to outbrake. Don Miller did start from the pits, so he is out on track. That is side by side there. CJ Erdman, Claude Furlan. That is for the 9th position. 8th position, excuse me. 68 with that preferred line, trying to wrap the bottom, but not bounce off that red and white curbing. And everyone doing a fantastic job so far. Just in the opening couple of laps on board here with Tane Hodison. Getting a great view of this, but kind of nowhere to go. The danger of following somebody in. The braking is so inch perfect. If you're trying to follow somebody in, trying to wrap the bottom with them, you could very easily clean them out. And just like that, Furland around during that battle. First caution of the evening. Back it up. You're right there when it happened. Looks like... This up again. Does he just get loose there? Trying to... Yeah, he was already coming around. And Mike McConville really nowhere to go. But he was trying to fight hard to stay side by side. He was already looping it right into the path of McConville. Looks like, who was that back there? That's Bennett Allen, last week's winner as well. Take a look here. He's got, oh, he gets some help there from the 00. But either way, the caution was going to already be out from the 43. This gets him right there in that left rear. Kavaha Holt. No damage really to any of these 3 trucks. So everyone should be able to continue. Looks like the 15, though, will have to take the wave around already, as he is in front of the 40. Well, they were making it work there for a couple laps. It was 6 laps. I was actually shocked they made it that far. Normally, I see trucks or Xfinity cars, Cup cars, really just losing on the exit of turn 4, trying to get the power down. But into turn number 1, not really sure I've seen that too much, at least in the trucks anyways. There goes the 15, gonna get his lap back. Wilco will stay on the lead lap. Came in there, and Claude Furlan still on pit road. Don't know that he had that much damage, but he's on pit road, and if they go green, he'll be well behind the 8-ball. Got to crank it up, Redemption, here on this restart. Don't mind if I do. Jake Watson going to get us back underway here for the first restart of the night, and we are back green. Let's crank it up. Oh, trouble with the 88 there. Michael Witt. They're beating and banging off of each other. Second yellow of the night is out. And it looks like a similar incident to the first one. Yeah, he just looped it up there on the high side right in front of the 00, and they're trying to escape on the curbing. There's Will Young. Here with the 88, we'll just back this up. Same situation. Kind of gets in there, gets that right rear off the kind of the differentiation of color there. Gets it onto the gray just for a second there. It just comes around right in front of the 00, 53, 24, 41. All pile in there just a little bit. And that'll be our second yellow just like that. Like Hunter Kent might have had some sort of internet issue as he's back out there and getting the wave around. Claude Furlan still on pit road, so he's nearly already 10 laps down. But yeah, good news for Hunter Kent is it is very early, and if we keep getting these little single car self spins, he'll be back on the lead lap. Just gotta, doesn't have to push for anything. There's no positions to worry about, so just ride around at the back. You know, he's got good speed, so he shouldn't be in danger of going a lap down. But I just saw him blink out again, and he's not here, so we'll see if his connection wants to play nice. There's so much as you could do if you're not here. It looks like Matt Mettler obviously never took the green flag. He did qualify, so I'm not sure what popped up there. Like we've lost Claude Furlan as well, Hunter Kent's connection, so already 3 trucks down from our 36. Here we go for the restart. Jake Watson has led all 17 laps thus far. Nick Hansen up 10 spots in that 99 truck. And back here for the restart, back underway. And just a big checkup there. We're still checking up into turn 1. 3 wide, 00 trying to shoot the middle, and it's not going to work. Third yellow of the night. We've been all over this. All 3 yellows, we've been right there. The 00 has been involved in quite a bit. He first one not necessarily his fault. If if people spin out in front of him and then he spins out. Look at this just odd restart. He's way back here. Just a huge checkup. But he's going to try and get just real cheeky here right through the middle. And You can tell they're right at the last second. You're okay. And then right here, he starts to turn back down the track. And the 98 of Steve Herring is already there. 88 as well. 88's been right there. This Rich Jet does a nice job of not making any contact, so it's another just harmless caution. It's a little aggressiveness early on. Hunter Kent, if he was still here, he'd be loving this. But his connection just not going to let him play ball. We're just kind of just no worries here. We'll just keep resetting. Fuel not really a concern with the 130 to 140 laps. You could theoretically just keep popping off after every little single car spin, get to lap 60, and then just worry about tires. Fuel not a concern unless you're worried about how it affects the handling of your truck. There are some that would take that into consideration. Keep hearing, trying to catch back into this field. 33 trucks on track. Hunter Kent was back for a moment and then dropped again, so he's just going to try and salvage points, I think, at this point. Here we go back for the restart. No, it won't. There's nothing they can do here tonight makes it worse than the Xfinity race. Big Watson. No love in this. Doesn't even have to push the truck out front. Just gets a good restart. Another one right there. And will lead for a couple of laps and just kind of mind his business. They go crazy behind him. Camera shot there. Bennett Allen trying to make up time. Somebody dropping way to the back. Oh, but that's big problems on the front stretch. That's the first big one of the night. Parts flying. And let's see here. Looks like Randall Watkins was in it. Keith Long was in it. Let's take a look here at what happened. Where does this start? Oh, that's the 68 of CJ Erdman. Oh, that's some big hits there. Back this up, go find the 68 machine. Again, this is what I expected, just getting loose, trying to throttle down on the exit of turn number 4, and that's just a track blocker. 99's in it. Some big hits there. Yeah, but he'll spin down right in front of the 31 of Aaron Mack. That's the 99 truck there of Nick Hansen just missing it. Mike McConville able to hit the brakes. He does a great job. There's Brandon Pfeiffer, Bobby Blazer, Will Young, Richard Pruitt, Watkins is in it, and Keith Long. Just a chain reaction there. Moynihan's going to get run over from Watkins, who hits twice on the front end. And just a slight love tap there with the 71. Chaos as everyone scrambles on board here with the 68. You could just see he had a ton of wheel cranked into it, throttled up, and it was not underneath him. And not a whole lot of room to navigate here at the Paperclip. Yes, that is a Canadian out front. And one in third. Got one in 18th as well. And then we got one that is currently last of all drivers that completed a lap. So there you go. It's a Canadian sandwich. Watkins, the first truck 1 lap down. Aaron Mack still on pit road. Hunter Kent looks like he came back. Well, he'll be able to stay connected. This 40 truck had some speed in qualifying. He was 0.06 of a second quicker. We haven't really had a long run yet, obviously, so hasn't really been challenged. We'll see what he's got if we can start logging some laps here. Back underway. Let's find out. He's getting a good restart every time, not missing his shift. Doing the little things when you're in the lead of the race. Knowing that a caution is going to come out any minute. 06 now fighting back. Him and the 05 have been swapping over that second spot. And now he's on that preferred line. 05 fighting back tough, though, on that outside. Look at the 21 machine, Diego Rodriguez. He's fighting underneath the 12. There's Tane Hodison. Biggest mover, though, so far is Will Young. He is up 19 spots. Trying to make it 20 here. Almost try to cross over there. 18 machine trying to find a way around the outside. A little bit unconventional there, but whatever works. Logan Giesbrecht's up 16 spots. Rich Jet up 12. He is trying to go all the way around the outside. And he'll get around that one truck. That was a power move there from that 77 truck. And that's over Matt Mackett. Oh, we got Moynihan in the fence. They scatter. The back end on that 53. Look at that 77, man. He's making moves on the top. That's 2 trucks in the last 2 laps. Put him inside the top 20. He's making nice moves there. Battle for seconds cooled off just a little bit. And yeah, Jake Watson, he's checking out. Second ahead, Jeremy Paris. And we'll start looking forward here just a little bit because they are starting to get just a handful of laps under their belt. You can just see there, way in the background, there was a truck. You can see diving off into turn 1 when our leader was working off turn number 4. And that's probably why Rich Jet's making all these moves, just because it's already so spread out. We got a caution. You saw it right there. That's Brandon Pfeiffer. Big chaos as they pile in. And there's going to be several trucks in danger going a lap down if they don't get this sorted out. And at the very least, stuck behind the pace car. Have to be a little give and take here. And oh, he just loops it. Right in front of Will Young, Richard Pruitt, and he's stuck in the groove. And then there is Dakota LaRue to meet him, and then that's going to block the high line. Chain reaction there. Probably should have thrown it in reverse earlier. He was right in that second groove, and Dakota LaRue nowhere to go. Yeah, caution's already out, but at what point? Couple trucks. When did they throw the yellow? Yeah, 36 came in there hot. And that led to the stack up there. And then here's your race leader, just having to navigate just the very remnants of it. Trying to get these wrecks sorted quickly. And you can already see a couple trucks here. 3 trucks in front of our leaders. That will have to take the wave around just because they were stuck. You don't want to be in the back half of the field and have a track blocker then, because there's really not a whole lot of room for you to navigate if it does end up getting blocked and then somehow the leader sneaks on by and all of a sudden you're a lap down for nothing. Here we go for the restart. 40 laps complete, 10 laps to the end of the stage. Valuable stage points on offer. Luke Watson gonna try and get that good launch and coast to a stage win. And here we go. Great jump. And just kind of looks a little bit scattered in the back. And there goes the 99. Nick Hansen around. The yellow is out immediately. And he was in that 10th position. He had made up so much progress. He went from 21st to 10th, was up 11 spots. Now he's down 10, just like that. These things are just unstable. No contact. Everybody was still side by side. That's as simple as it gets. So no damage, no hurt feelings. Probably a little bit of embarrassment there in the 99 because he was in a good position. Does he get that? Now he's just kind of right rear there on that gray part of the racing surface, and it just snaps on him. A little bit of contact there with Will Young and Bennett Allen, but Martinsville, that's fine. You can top off for fuel if you want, or do whatever you want. Damage fixed. You don't get a whole lot of it fixed. For Moynihan, you probably want to, though, because you don't have a back bumper. So, hey, they just put it back on. So, yeah, get 13 seconds of damage fixed here and there, just little by little. At the stage here in a handful of laps. He'll actually take the lap down there, knowing that he's probably going to get a bunch more cautions. This will more than likely secure the Jake Watson stage win. He'll have one more restart to navigate. Hunter Kent gets the lucky dog. He's still fighting, but Randall Watkins had gone a lap down there just by a longer pit stop there. Got the truck fixed up, though. Kent won't be able to get too many laps back here, at least for the foreseeable future. As Nick Hansen will give us 29 trucks, Steve Herring, Moynihan, Watkins, Hunter Kent all trapped a lap down, or laps down. It'll be 5 laps to go here for the stage. Bobby Blazer in the 90/99, last man getting stage points. Like the corn has changed to the 47. I'll get that fixed for next week for you. Actually, I could just take that number off. But here we go for the restart. Great launch. 06 was caught napping. Jeremy Paris says thank you very much. We'll see if anyone loops it going off into turn number 1. 3 wide on the exit of 2. Watkins in a bad situation trying to leave pit road there. Side by side for third, the 06-21, Diego Rodriguez. Taking a peek to the inside there. This is the closest anyone has been to Jake Watson under green at any point in this stage. So, 5 has something here for him right at the end. Going to have to make a move quick. He's 2 car lengths back. They have separated themselves from third. A yellow ends the stage. If he wants the move, he's going to have to do it quick. Right there, just putting the pressure on here maybe for the last couple laps, make him overdrive his braking point and just snatch the position away. White flag, and he is there, and there is a mistake. He's gonna take a peek, but the yellow is out, and that'll end it just like that. There's Bennett Allen, Chris Claude, oh, and Moynihan into Erdman, into Claude. What happened here? Oh, and it's Will Young. Oh, that is... Oh, they're all just spinning. Moynihan not able to see what's in front of him. Just look at the chaos, but It was Will Young just with an odd net code. You see it? Well, he's losing it on his own anyways. Trying to save it. And then it just, from nothing, just gets bolted back to the right. But he actually saved it. Is then the 15 underneath, probably trying to gas it up to avoid the wreck, becomes the caution. Oh, and then Will Young ends up getting the 0-0 anyways. So caution's out at this point, but they're still kind of just, I guess, last second slamming on the brakes. They don't know where it's at. They just come off turn 2, and it's too late to check up. That will be stage number 1. Give it to Jake Watson. Let me take off the corn's number. Let's go talk to him. Back here with Bandit Racing, Jake Watson led every single lap in that stage for the stage win. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
But yeah, just a quick, I know we're about to go back green here, but just very quickly, how's the truck handling out there in these short runs? Real quick.
Not too bad. I wish you can get a bit of a longer run, but, you know, it's a good piece so far.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the stage win, and good luck here for the restart.
Thank you.
And they delayed the green, so I rushed that for nothing. No worries there. But 29 trucks on the lead lap. Steve Herring, the first truck, 1 lap down. Then Moynihan, Watkins, Kent still digging, Aaron Mack, and Claude Furland out of the race. Kind of the rundown of where we stand. 50 laps completed just like that. No damage. Well, just a tiny scrape there. You can see it right behind the number. He got into the wall right before that caution came out. He was under severe pressure there from Jeremy Paris, but now he restarts on the outside. Nobody from the top 10 electing to pit there. We're back underway. So that puts the 05. Second place, just a bad place to be on the restart. It instantly puts you side by side for at least a corner. And he does finally clear, but now has work to do to catch after the leader here side by side for that 5th position. Great run off the corner for that 12th truck. A little bit of left rear damage there on the 22. Trying to recover. That's a risky move there for the 0-0. Next to Andrew Deemer, but he'll make that move work. And yellow's out again. It's CJ Urban, I believe. Yes, it just took me back a little bit longer than I wanted to. And now, should that have been a caution? I don't... You can see there, it's... Yellow's out right after he slides it. He's driving away. Man, I don't know if that should have been caution. Steve Herring will appreciate it. He's back on the lead lap. Yes, thank you very much. I'm just surprised at how unstable these trucks are. I know it's open setups. Yeah, it was harmless. iRacing being very picky. Because really the whole racing surface is on track. There's nowhere you can technically spin out. and be like, oh, I'm out of the way. I'm out of the racing surface. Like it's a paperclip. You're just boxed in. Good for the Bulls. Braves, I'm assuming, are just being a disappointment somewhere. Listen, they might not have to pit at all for fuel with the amount of caution laps they're saving. Like it's just trending to where fuel will not be important. And there goes the 98 truck getting his lap back. Did you spell biased? Did you actually spell biased like that? Like, is that actually how they did that? That's hilarious. I know you're copying it from that. I'm hoping you're copying it how they spelled it, because that's hilarious. No, yeah, okay. Just had to double check, because that's funny. I mean, that's Stream East for you. Bon appetit. That's what that reminds me of. Yeah, but Don Miller pitted on lap 15. Michael Witt pitted on lap 15. You could pit whenever you want, if, for tire. Like Andrew Deemer's pitted 6 times. I mean, it's gonna be impossible to keep up with pit stops for the most part. But it looks like a lot of the back half of the field did elect to pit on lap 50, at least for fuel. And that should be their only pit stop for fuel tonight. But here we go for the restart. Jake Watson done everything he needed to do on these restarts. See if this 06 can fight back and take second, but that is a big move there for that 05. 21 was hanging around the outside there for a second. He'll actually lose out to Tane Hodison there. He's up 6 spots. This 22 is moving. Left rear damage not hurting him whatsoever. It's Martinsville after all. Keith Long and Nick Hansen going at it. 99 way up in the groove. There goes Mike Witt right in front of John Crowe Sr. Nick Hansen, 95, spinning back down the racetrack. Caution out again. Parts flying all over the place. The infield section there. Something. Looks like it belongs to the 88, obviously. And he's actually going to get run over there twice by the 95, and then he'll get him back there at the end. But that was a chain reaction. You could just see that. Fast forward a little bit to get up to it. You could see it just from a couple of trucks away. Got the 63, the 41 going at it. Logan Giesbrecht has to check up. The 88 has to check up, and the 95 not able to check up in time. But that is all just kind of an awkward angle by the 63, the 41. 39 is like, all right, I'll give you some room. 88 says, I'll give you some room. But then the chain reaction, 95 is like, I can't slow down in time because it's 6 trucks in front of me. I don't see what they're doing up there. It's Martinsville. So he gets him bent out of shape and trying to save it, but he's right in front of him. And into Mike McCon. That's big damage on the right rear from McConville. 95 spinning. And just wrong place, wrong time for McConville, but he will be able to leave. Right before he goes a lap down. Not so lucky for several others. As this will be just, it's a race of attrition at this point. I mean, we've seen it. We're at lap 66 at this point. These trucks very unstable just very obvious. Whether that's setup related or just not enough seat time. These trucks just want to go around. And it's catching some people out. Go for the restart. And here we go. Back underway. 5 will take second. He is clear into second, so he did get very close at the end there, stage number 1. So we'll see if he's actually able to set off, if he can get some laps on these tires. Got very close. But around goes the 10 machine, 95. Andrew Deemer. Some great reactions there at the end to miss that. Let's take a look at it. This quad here. Nearly slight contact. Nick Hansen's looking to make a move, and we'll just clean him out. There is John Crow Sr. trying to hit the brakes. Andrew Deemer, nice avoidance there right at the end. Let's take another look at it from his point of view. The truck's just without parts, damage everywhere. Well done there. Up and over the curb, but able to avoid it. Like Steve Herring is the lucky dog. Again, it just kind of keeps ebbing and flowing. The guys at the back of the pack get stuck by these wrecks, go a lap down, trying to fix damage, so on and so forth. We're really just about 26, 27 trucks for the most part, and it's just a bunch one lap down. So, like, Watkins, Moynihan, Hunter Kent just kind of stuck. Out of steep, but the lights off on the pace car. Maybe he got, I don't know. Either way, it'll be him and John Crow Sr. for the lucky dog. We go for the restart. Have lost track of the cautions already, so that's a pipe dream at this point. Another great restart for the 40 truck. We're back underway. For 5, trying to clear down. Looks like no, not quite. Not just yet. Just kind of put this mid-pack and just see what kind of happens here. 41 way out of the group. Where's our blimp cam? How much can we see? There goes Eli Tomlin around into the 71. 99 gets taken out. Oh, that's just chain reaction city there, man. And it is a parking lot in turn number 2, excuse me. And there will be some trucks going a lap down from this. Tomlin trying to hurry up, runs into Watkins. There is your leader, Watkins. Trying to fight state. Oh man, that is a mess. Just see it. It's just these single car. There's a lot going on there after the fact. But it's a big move under braking, and you can see that he made some really good progress. He started 29th, and he was up there battling just near inside the top 10. Heavy braking. Trying to fight with that 39, just loops it in front of Keith, or underneath Logan Giesbrecht, in front of Keith Long. Blazer able to avoid it, get sent back up the track. And then we got just all sorts of silliness back here. You got Nick Hansen, caution not out at this point, so the guys behind him they don't know that there's someone spinning out right now. They're all checking up. John Crow Sr. doesn't know. He gets hit. Or he hits Hansen, then he gets hit by the number 1 there of Matt Mackin, which then sends him up into the just spun out Eli Tomlin. And then there's Moynihan. He's been in a lot tonight. And everybody's just stuck. Andrew Deemer right through the middle. Don't mind if I do. I'm not going to be waiting here. So they are off next week. They get to go and think about what they've done. And the reward is 250 laps at Bristol, followed by 200 laps at The Rock. So they're going to be put through the meat grinder here. Some suspension's going to be handed out, I'm sure. Their incident points and whatever else at fault. Yeah, they just have to survive, man. Richard Pruitt up 16 spots. Giesbrecht up 24. Bobby Blazer up 14. If you could just somehow just keep all 4 tires pointing in the right direction, come away with a good finish here. 25 trucks on the lead lap. Steve Herring. This looks like they delayed the green at the last second. Race car will come back out. Everyone's trying to get lined up further back. Nick Hansen came out and then went right back in. Back here for the restart. Officially, it still doesn't look like they're lined up, but I guess there's a lot of pit stops at the back on a single file. Jake Watson has led all 79 laps to this point, side by side for second. This 63 man, Don Miller. Around the outside, there is Bobby Blazer, Richard Pruitt. Bennett Allen has been to the back, to the front, and everything in between a couple of times tonight. Rich Jett continues his climb. He's up 20 spots. Dakota LaRue has been in a lot tonight. Mike McConville having to fight back. There will be various drivers at many times serving a penalty for incidents. As Jake Watson has checked out here again as they continue to battle for second. '05 does finally get clear. Let's see if he can close the distance. Will Young picks up a spot there on LaRue. 95, way out of the groove. John Rose Sr. But he was able to keep it pointed in this right direction. We stay green. More importantly, Keith Long picks up a spot on that 36. Side by side here, Bennett Allen, Diego Rodriguez, Don Miller, Bobby Blazer. Give the spot to Blazer. You kind of hold your breath when they're side by side. They're trying to just get that run off the corner. You just hope they don't loop it. Rumor mill is brutal, man. I hate to see it. I do hope Rod is doing well, though. I do miss him. I haven't heard from him, sadly. I hope he's doing well. I miss him. I miss Friday nights. They're still going at it here side by side. They got a little bit of a run in them this time. Got to applaud them for that. Oh, and there's chaos. Tate Audison up the racetrack. Yellow is out. Big problems. I shouldn't have said anything. I mean, I've been in the business long enough. I should have known better. That's on me. That's my bad. So that's that. That's got to be some sort of mechanical problem on the 22, which is just unfortunate because we had a little bit of a run in us there. But let's pause this, go on board, and let's just see here. Or did man? It just looks like he almost just completely missed his braking point. I mean, he maxed out the revs, just way too late on the brakes. RPM's doing all sorts of funny things there. He's just fighting it. Sounds like something broke. Right front looks like it breaks, and it's back. That he's full lock to the left, back to the racing line after the yellow is out. And then Derek McCorn is going to KO him. Which, it's like, should this have been a caution? Because he had it saved, technically. Sparks flying. It's like, well, why'd the caution come out? And then, well, yeah, then the caution should have been out. And then he's still stuck there. And yeah, I just don't know about that one. But he's driving fine here. Back wide. That is odd. No complaints from Jake Watson, though. He's looking to sweep the stages here in about 10 laps. Just needs one more caution to get him there. Good news for McCorn as he stays on the lead lap. But he got some damage there he probably did not want. Did not deserve. Looks like we'll have 25 on the lead lap. 24. Pace car. Oh, they put the lights back on right at the last second there. Lights are back on the pace car, but it is on pit road, so we'll go one more lap. You'll see it cross the line there in pit road, and then the lights should go off. And they do. So pace car come out, come right back in. McCorn's got to try and catch the field. Pace car is now off. And we're back underway. Stragglers at the back, but we were able to go green though. And where did Jeremy Paris end up in all of this? Hello, where'd that 05 just go? Come on. Okay, back there. What? Going crazy. Back there in 11th. Oh, he just pitted. That's crazy. So Jake Watson, he just set his best lap time of the race, 19:15. Lafreniere got a stranglehold there on second. I guess in the mind of Jeremy Paris is he does not have to pit anymore. Like, that's his stop for the night. Jake Watson still has to make one, and that's when he'll get his track position. Pretty much frees up Watson to sweep the stages. Lafreniere does have clean air now in second. He's not side by side with that 05 anymore. 05 looking to he'll still get some stage points though, even though he pitted, so not a bad move whatsoever for that 05. He's got second place stage points in stage 1 as Watkins is well off the racing surface, no caution. good battle here as Paris continues his climb. Side by side with the 00. Kavaha Holt. 5 trying to roll the bottom, nearly pushing that 24 down the back straightaway. 00 says, well, 24 might not be that quick. So I'll shift to the bottom, try and follow that 05 back through. Ooh, gets a little sketchy there on the front stretch. And he will send it in there. Hurts his exit a little bit. Mike McConville on scene. Coming to the white flag in stage number 2. Jake Watson comfortably in front. The battle for 10th rages on. Everybody else single file 1st to 8th. And look at this mess. 24 trying to hang on. 00 makes his way through. McConville makes his way through. Into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Yellow is out. Mike McConville will take it. Great battle there. That was great stuff there from those 3. They kept it clean. Very close, but they kept it clean. And Jake Watson has swept the stages here. Got 20 points in his back pocket, no matter what. 36 did not start. 35th, 34th is out. 33rd is out. 35th is out. So he's just racking up the minimum points. He's going to get a very good point stay here. He wants to finish better than 20 or 32nd, that's for sure. But he's got points in the bag to fall back on. And here's what we were talking about. Jeremy Paris, Mike McConville on the same strategy. So for the first time tonight, next lap. Jake Watson led that one too, but here on, coming to lap 103. Jake Watson led the first 102 laps. He clinched the most laps led before somebody else led. That's a dominating performance. There are no bonus points for that. Only bonus point for the fastest lap. But let's see what this 05 can do. As it looks like it'll be the top 4 that are all on the same strategy. Everybody else just came in, so with fuel, we know that the top 4 do not have to pit again. Tire advantage is pretty negligible. So I love that call. Here we go. Someone else out in front. Let's see here what this 05's got. Looks like we got 24 on the lead lap. Andrew Deemer, first truck 1 lap down, but Tate Hodison back in, so he should go a lap down here. Penalties being served left and right. He's actually going to make it out. But here we go. First time under green. New leader. It'll be Jeremy Paris. Top 4 on a different... Look at that restart. Hello. Oh, we are all big problems immediately. Hello. That is a destroyed truck right there in front of that car. Ruined. But I'd argue it's not that important for Martinsville. So what happened here? Speed this up just a little bit. Have to adjust the timer a little bit. Oh, man. Just a huge chain reaction. Who was the one to break first here? So it just looks like the outside line just did not get a great start. So it looks like Bennett Allen maybe is the first one to just like, hey, we're we're a little close for comfort here. So Don Miller into the back of Bobby Blaze, who's going to right hook the 21. Kill the 15 and himself, but that was neither of their faults. That was just a chain reaction. Really nobody's fault inherently. They're all right there. Just a very, again, just unfortunate chain of reaction. Bennett Allen obviously coming down pit road. Diego Rodriguez coming down pit road. Toronto sucks. They're consistent with it, though, from what I've seen from the Monday and Tuesday, or Sunday and Monday. Just a lot of issues with Martinsville. Nobody likes it, apparently. Top 4. I guess I should say top 3. And then Will Young on a different strategy slightly. Back here for the restart. Another good one for that 05. We'll see how Jake Watson handles. 39 blows the corner, so that's another spot. He's only got McConville between him and the 05. They're bouncing off the wall in the back. Everyone trying to scatter. And just like that, though, we're back 1-2, but just the reverse order. Trying to make it stick, and he is clear into second. And he's got, whatever rubber he's got, just a little fresher. I don't know how much at this point with all the caution laps that we've done. Pretty much nothing, but it is hard to pass when you're very similar in pace at Martinsville. We'll see what that 40 can do. 3 wide, Will Young backs out of it. Tire's not working for him. Looks like Richard Pruitt going around in the back. The whole back half of the field's in it. Caution back out again. So I saw Richard Pruitt go around. Anybody else? Michael Witt. Let's see here. Michael Witt starts it. Eli Tomlin trying to turn down to avoid hitting him, and then gets turned into the path of Nick Hansen. There's Bennett Allen again. Looks like Richard Pruitt. I saw him. Oh, he gets a little help here from Keith Long. Just kind of drives up in there. He does save it, though. He only loses the one spot, and then they all loses one spot, maybe, to Mackin, but the chaos was behind them. Andrew Deemer, the lucky dog. Only 22 trucks on the lead lap. Just a race of attrition, for sure. We are counting down the laps here. Less than 100 to go, past halfway. Jake Watson won both stages. So here we go back for the restart. And here we go. Good restart for the 05. Jake Watson will settle right into second. He is right there. Gives a shot to the 05, says, I am back. Let's duke it out. They've clearly been the class of the field in what limited green flag laps we've done. Big send from Bobby Blazer. Caution back out again. That looks like it's Hunter Kent. Gonna get turned there off the right front of the 47. Just runs out of room on corner exit. And meet in the middle. Around goes 52. Well, I'm curious. We'll have 80 laps to go. They'll go by pretty quick. We'll get, 6, 7 laps caution. We'll do 5 caution laps real quick. How do you set up a move? I think both of these trucks, Jeremy Paris for the first 100, and then now Jake Watson will find it. How do I set up a move that quick when we're so similar in pace here? If you almost hate to say it, but if you move him, make him lose all the spots. Just send him to the back. He won't have time to get back up and catch you.
We can't condone those things on YJ Media.
Whoa! Look at this.
Just 120 laps late.
It's fine. You've missed nothing. A lot of self spins. I mean,
There's a lot of traffic between my bed and my computer.
a lot of traffic.
Obviously not nearly as bad as the traffic is here in Martinsville.
Oh, there's a bunch of track blockers. But class of the field, been our front row art. Just catching you up. These two have been, Jake Watson led the first 102 laps, and he pitted at the stage 2 break. Jeremy Paris pitted on the caution before the stage 2 break. And a little bit of strategy play from that 05. Tires are negligible, so I think it'll work out for him if we can only go about 10 laps.
The short amount of time that I've been here, I haven't seen them complete a lap.
Yeah. Just, it's incredible, really. The self-spins, I'm just shocked at it. Like, it's not like, oh, because we've seen them for years just lose it off of turn 4, but they're just losing it under braking, like, just getting into the corner. So they're just all over the place.
What I'm hearing is we have some evil trucks.
Evil. There has, I mean, there's been a couple, like, 2 or 3, like, just, wow, it's an impressive wreck. Most of it has been just somebody spinning out and gets stuck behind them, literally. No, and there's another one. 63 cleans out the 41. There goes his back bumper, just like that. Part's flying over. Caution, back out again. Just that was, we were right there for that one. 63 said good night. I mean,
Just kinda
absolutely.
washed up through the corner.
Cleaned him out. Yeah. Goodbye.
Just that little lock up there, and then just whoop, you're gone.
If you miss it by like a couple inches, it's gonna be bad news for the guy you're battling with.
Hey, at least the pace laps are somewhat
They're
fast.
very quick. We'll be done here soon. Like Hunter Kent is the lucky dog.
Can't believe I really had the misfortune of my power going out, meaning that Discord had a reason to update.
Oh, you see what I'm talking about now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, mine went out yesterday.
Oh, mine didn't even go out. They shut it off. They work.
Should probably pay the power bill.
They were doing work.
I
It's because we pay the power bill. They're like, you know what?
We're going to service your, yeah, we're going to provide a good service.
But they didn't provide a service of telling us, hey, we're going to shut this off.
That's crazy. I was at work and I get home and they're like, oh yeah, a couple, limbs down, trees down. It's like, oh yeah, there may or may not have been a tornado. We don't know. Like, right next to your house. We really can't verify, but either way, it was 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, knocked a tree over to a power line, power's out for now. 5 years of FM down the drain. That's sad. Here we go, back for the restart.
What a launch there.
I mean, he is gone. Oof.
And it works out for him. It puts Jake Watson, I was going to say, in a little bit of a battle with Mike McConville. Not able to make it stick.
Blazer got pieces of the left front missing, and he is into third. Getting more air on that left front, cooling the tires. It's working out. But yeah, people just randomly serving penalties has been the norm tonight. It's been hectic. They'll do about 10, 15 laps maybe if we're lucky. And that's been the longest one night, and that 40's right there, man.
Ooh. He tried to get to that bumper.
Oh, check it up in the back. Looks like they're all still going straight, but for how much longer? They're 3 wide, nearly 4 wide in the back here. They all escape. Now that was some good avoidance from everybody.
Caution.
Caution out, just like that.
No, where is it at?
Kavaha Holt, 00, making his debut tonight. He's been involved in a lot, so I know he's like at the incident limit and just are very, looping at a turn number 4. Single car incident, a little damage to the right rear, and we'll re-rack it, go again. That's all there was to it.
I can't wait to see the incident report.
Ooh, yeah.
As a bad virtual driver, I enjoy seeing other people be punished for being bad drivers.
Yeah, like I said, it's like at this point they have the seat time. You know what I mean? Like if they didn't get it in the week, they got it now. So it's just not working for them. Just set up not there for them. Something. Oh, the funny thing is, so we'll get a week off, right? The reward for this is 250 laps at Bristol, and then 200 laps at the Rock. Just a brutal stretch for some of these guys who are gonna get the incident limit, gonna get a suspension, I'm sure. for the short track stretch of the season.
I'd say Bristol's a little easier than Martinsville. I feel like it handles a little easier.
You got some banking, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. You're not just turning left and hoping.
Hoping that you just don't die. Now we have seen Wyatt Garrett though. I mean that we've seen the lowest of lows at Bristol. And we know what's possible.
Doesn't even race with us anymore. He's still getting called out.
Listen.
Man is going to be in shambles if he ever sees us.
The odds that he ever sees this is so low. Get through 3 short tracks just to get to Texas? Yeah, it's a brutal stretch.
Hey, Texas.
The Rock will be fun, though. I don't care what anybody says. That'll be fun. There's just going to be one person that has a beautiful truck setup for The Rock, and they're just going to dominate. Like, I'm calling it now. Someone's going to absolutely dominate.
We're not going green?
Yeah, that's happened a couple times. The pace car will come off, but they're not lined up at all in the back, so they just... It's so goofy because the lights are on, it'll cross the line in pit road, it'll come back out, and then go right back in. It's a fun process. We're coming to 50 to go, so, I mean, we'll be done here very soon, probably about the next 30 minutes. They'll do their 6-7 laps of green and caution. So I mean, they are running out of laps. Listen, I might have to show up for Lime Rock. Sit way back in the new setup. It still isn't finished because I can't get the wheels on the darn thing. Amazon say, hey, your last little part that you need, the last little bolts will be here Tuesday. I get home like, hey Gracie, they deliver the bolts. Now they'll be here Thursday. I was like, okay, cool. Back underway. Oh, that's what the 40 needs to do. That's a great restart for Jake Watson. Power move, caution. Did he take the lead?
I mean, he would have been out front, but...
We know how the
this one is...
we know how iRacing is with, like, time of caution. Don't get me started. Now, where's it at?
This is almost a track blocker.
Dakota
pretty much is.
Let's see.
Starts with Don Miller and Matt Macklin.
Oh man, it happened.
There was a lot.
Let's see here. Oh, the one just breaks super early. Don Miller's going to run into the back of him. That gets him all bent out of shape. Ron Fitting into the back of him. Miller will get turned. Chris Claude into it, Will Young into it, Dakota LaRue. Just a lot going on. And with that, though, let's go back. Look at the power move here on this restart. We'll just back this up manually. The 05 does not get a good jump like he normally does. The 40, woo, that's close, man. That is real close. We'll do this quarter speed. I just gotta take a look at it. It's one of the storylines at this point. He launches, then stops, then goes again. He almost timed it too well, to be honest. But whatever, that's fine. The power move that he had to just send it around the outside, and it actually stuck. He got to the throttle first, and he is clear. That was super impressive. Say what you will about the timing of the restart, but
hey, at least, unlike NASCAR, there are actual consequences here.
Yeah, it is so close. I mean, if Race Control wants to take a look at that, they could. It is very close. But the 05 does get to the line first. So, but in terms of the time of the jump, it's so close. But that was a power move around the outside, man. Could be the moment of the race here, because the 40. I mean, he had 102 laps to do restarts. Every single one has been perfect. And that one being the crowning jewel. Let's see what the 05 does back, though. Let's see what he does. He just saw what happened. Let's see what he tries to do. Not there. Another good restart there for the 40 truck. Back as it was. We had 2 leaders tonight. That's insane. 3 lead changes. Biggest mover, Rich Jet, started 34th up to 7th. Hardly a scratch on that truck. Probably the most impressive thing tonight.
That's what happens when you mind your business.
He was making some big moves too early in the race. One of the longest runs we had, he was like, I'll just go around the outside. Which is how you know he's got a good handling truck, because he just didn't loop it, trying to make a move on the outside. The 77's got a good handling piece here. We'll see how much further he can make a move. Fastest lap of the race, Jake Watson, 19:09. Looks like the 00, potentially an issue. Yellow back out. Yeah, so he is, yeah, just got up. He was right rear in the gray part there. Just entered too high with too much speed. Tried to put some left wheel lock into it. Just came around. Another 2x for his troubles. More incidents accumulated. Just been a difficult race, and he might have honestly did he hit the DQ limit? I'm honestly looking. Like, because he's not here.
It says he manually disconnected,
Alright,
so.
well, there it is. I just had to double check. Yeah, he did not have a fun night. And he'll lose a bunch of spots in the last 50 laps here. One guy's still racing behind him. It looks like we got Randall Watkins on pit road for 5 minutes. Same thing with Dakota LaRue. We got Kent Mackin. No, Mackin's not on track. Chris Claude running. Will Young running laps down. Like we just lost Dakota LaRue. Randall Watkins still on pit road then. And 27th, 36th out. So about 20, 25, 24 trucks left out of the original 36. Technically 35 since Matt Mettler did not start. Made the best decision out of anyone tonight. Unless you're the 40 or the 05, no incidents. Great stage points in the bag, and looking at a top 2 finish more than likely, unless they get into each other. That's the only way they could ruin it. Literally. They don't run long enough to catch the lap traffic, so if they take each other out, that's the only way they could screw this up. Or if we get,
And I wouldn't rule it out.
See how desperate they get with 10 to go. Or if we get like a Ryan Newman dive bomb from all those years ago where we took out all the Hendrick drivers. Or was that Clint Boyer? I can't remember, but we get something like that from row 2 or 3. It's like, you know what? I want to be involved in the outcome of this race. 19 trucks on the lead lap. Will Young, the first driver, laps down at this point. There is no driver just 1 lap down. And he's all by himself, so you just got to stay out of trouble and start getting laps back.
Another big jump from the 40 there.
Hey, who's having a great night is Andrew Deemer. Sitting there in 9th right now. His best run of the season so far. He's in the Hornet's nest right now, though. Trying to be careful. Which, I mean, that's fair. Like, his first 2 starts probably not the way he would have wanted it to go, but he could just keep the truck in one piece for 50 laps. He'll get a top 15 out of this deal. Same thing with Eli Tomlin having a good run tonight. Top 15. Had a couple of mistakes, but the truck is mostly in one piece.
Oh, I hear truck going around.
Ron fitting the 3 machine yellow back out.
Ooh, it's not a sub, man.
Heath Long way out of the groove, but it's not going to be him. Hunter Kent Trying to get to his inside. Ooh. And you can see there that, like, I ignore the chat. We don't want to get it on the driver's private business, but they're not throwing these manually. This is literally just iRacing. Like, it's such a small track. Any sort of incident, they're just like, yep, caution. Like, this is just what we got to deal with. Mike McConville going to come in and pit here. That's an interesting. I guess with 19 trucks on the lead lap, he's figured I'll bolt on a set of tires for the final 50 and then just see what happens. A couple guys pitting behind him so he won't lose every single spot. An interesting decision.
It's a Mike McConville decision. We know how much he likes Martinsville.
Hmm. Inside of 50 laps to go. Pushing 40 to go here soon. Conville will restart here 16th with some of the freshest tires in the field. Looks like Tane Hodison, Derek McCorn, and Andrew Deemer elected to do the same thing. So if we can get any sort of laps together, they might be a threat going forward. I'll be very curious to see the caution lap report too at the end of this. Nah, it's going to be humbling for a lot of drivers.
I just know Rod would have an aneurysm over this.
Mm-hmm. Another great restart for that 40 truck. 5 will settle in immediately to second, though. That's big. He can immediately start to chase after him. Side-by-side back half of the field. 19 trucks on the lead lap. Mike McConville from 16th to 12th. So, good opening lap for his progress. Just has to avoid the chaos that is sure to come his way. 3 wide in front of him. Wilco says, let me back out of that real quick. McConville is flying. He was thinking about 3 wide right here. We got problems at the back, and it was a couple of the trucks that just came to pit road. Jake Watson had just set the fastest lap of the race, 19.04, before the caution came out again.
Caution's not out.
Wait, what?
Caution's not out.
Of all the ones,
That was not a caution.
I'd rather what? Did they just turn them off? They said we're done here? Hello? Out of everything I've seen tonight. Oh, alright, that's fine then. You know? Spread everybody out a little bit. So now it's just going to be the single car spin that doesn't make it. Conville up to 7th. Andrew Deemer and Tane Hodison, the guys that tried to copy that strat, they just miscommunication there. So, kind of takes them out of it. Andrew Deemer right in front of the leaders, though, and there's the caution. So that's my bad for the 83, because I said, oh, he's having a great run tonight. Just got to keep it clean. And, It literally says on the overlay, oh, they crashed. Let's take a look at the first incident with these two. That's in the first one. That's not even on the 83. How much lower can he go? He is there. So 22 was not clear. Then he's going to get run over from Will Young. And then bam, right there. And then we fast forward just a couple of laps. And then it'll be good old reliable turn four. Tries to throttle up. I give him credit though. He turned that sucker so hard back to the right. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be the one that takes out the leader. So. And he did not. So that's great news for McConville. He's now in 6th and bunched back up with the leaders on way fresher tires.
I still can't believe that first incident wasn't a caution, but the second one was.
Seriously.
And the first was so much worse than the second one.
It was. Light should be off on pace car this time by. We'll see if they bring him back out around though one more time. And here we go, 40, big restart here. Another excellent one. 24 did not get going great there. Outside line going to get a handful of free spots there as a result. McConville able to take 5th away. Now challenging for 4th. Did he end up stealing this one? And there he is into 4th. Caution out again. Bobby Blazer way up out of the groove. Loose off turn 2 though, into turn number 3. And it just another self spin there.
Oh, the 21.
He follow him into it. Let's see.
No.
Does he get some help? No.
He gets a
Hang
little bit of
on.
help.
Uh-oh. Oh, monk. He hit right there on the number 14. Right on it. This is gonna be a really rough penalty report. Like, and I'm not even good. Like, oh, I'm not even gonna rip the drivers. We're brand new here. Because it's everybody. It is the majority of the field. So it's like just a bunch of self spins. A couple big ones, like you said, 2 or 3 like big ones, but so we'll see. officially inside of 30 to go now, so it'll be over here very shortly. About 15 minutes from now, we'll have our winner. Now, I'm curious what they'll have to say. Honestly. So
I want to know what third place is, right? Like, 1 and 2 have been 1 and 2 like the entire race. What's third place at a deal with? What horrors are happening out there?
It's funny because really the third place has been this 06 too for the most part. He hasn't really had any horrors to deal with.
I mean,
Top
Mike
five.
McConville's right there.
Yeah, well, McConville could steal this, man. I'll be serious. If he gets, a 10-lap run, we'll see, man. He got 50-lap fresher tires and everyone around him. Again, but it's not actually 50 because...
Ooh, the 06 there on the 5? Had a good run through 1 and 2.
Yeah, they've been battling on and off, but the 05, I think, a little bit more speed in general.
He's just really closing off the exit of the 06, not letting him get a run.
Oh, there it is. He thought it up early that it'll be side by side. This is all Jake Watson needs to see. Just keep clicking off the laps while they battle for second. Big dive there. But you can tell these are good handling trucks because they're able to make these big moves under braking, and the car just instantly doesn't die. They're able to sit there side by side. They're not locking up into each other.
Well, there's a little bit of contact, and he comes out.
I think that is Don Miller in the 63. Looks like he's going to enter high. Yeah, I am shocked. I do not remember it being this bad. No contact whatsoever. We'll keep it going. No damage. Hurt feelings. Okay, that's why they gave him the week off, because it's like, hey, you're going to think about what you've done. Seriously, take a week and reflect. 17 trucks on the lead lap. Good bit still running laps down, so on and so forth. You see a ticker top of your screen. Looks like it'll be Steve Herring. He's gotten a bunch of lucky dogs tonight. It might have been Deemer, maybe. Pretty sure it's Herring, though. Inside of 25 laps to go. Great result for this 39 truck. He started 33rd. Rich Jet, 34th. On Wilco, 35th. Steve Herring, 36th. But it was actually Andrew Deemer that got the lucky dogs. He'll be one lap down with Steve Herring. Yeah, Jeremy Paris put it on lap 88. As did Logan Giesbrecht. They are unbothered. Maybe more restarts that got in him tonight.
Did you ask that question?
21 to go. Probably about 4 more in him. It's just life. Good restart here. Give him about 10 to go here. Do about 5 laps, get that caution. Good 10 to go. That's what he's going to do. 21 to go. And they are side by side for second again. 06 just, he's good on the entry, but 05's got him covered on the exit. Honda won't have enough laps to actually make do on those tires, I don't think. But they're single file, so he actually might have a chance. That's what he needs. He needs a way to go. He needs finds a lane to pick. We'll see. There's Jake Watson, half a second, now 0.6 of a second out in front. Side by side here for the 14th position. John Miller just spun, but he's looking to make up for it. And he will take that spot away. Andrew Deemer, Steve Herring will be battling for the lucky dog there. That's half a second between those two.
And they'd be on the lead lap. Should they get it?
We'll get at least one more, so that'll be an important battle. Right now, Herring closing in just ever so slightly from 0.6 to 0.4. 06 all over this 05. He's going to look to the outside, but that allows McConville to take a peek at it. Rich Jett continuing his march. He wants 6 plates. Good result for Richard Pruitt no matter what. He's had a solid race tonight. Quiet night, but yeah, hardly not a scratch on that truck. Loses the spot here. Oh no! Man.
Yeah, stop talking about it.
Dang, man.
Like,
Ah, my bad. That's on me. Turn 4 strikes again, man.
that's just
That's impeccable
Incredible.
timing. Yeah, I know. But say, oh, he lost the spot. He's still digging, man, and then just turn 4. It doesn't hit very hard. I mean, just barely makes contact. He'll be fine in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, I told you. Yeah, I literally just called it. Get this to about 10 laps to go. You manage the restart. Caution comes out, gives you 5 to go. Then you win the race. So 1 or 2 more restarts for Jake Watson will have it locked up. Andrew Deemer was able to hang on, so he'll be back on the lead lap. So should get the restart here with 10 to go, just like I predicted. How about that?
You know, no matter how bad it gets, we'll never be back to the days of me having to edit out an interview.
That's a good point.
Those were some really dark days.
Whew. Let's see if they can get a 10-lap run to the finish. Let's see if they got it in. This could be the final restart. 20 seconds a lap, be over, 5 minutes. They got 5 minutes in them. 18 trucks on the lead lap. Handful of trucks running laps down, battling for a final couple spots. Been an unholy war of attrition tonight. And another great restart. Could that seal it? They'll be side by side here for a second, just for a moment. More than a moment. At 06, he wants second place, man. This is the best. That's the best he's looked. Side by side behind them. The 5 driving him hard. They'll pinch him down on the bottom. Wide edge there to the 06. Can he force him up? Not quite. Still side by side. That 05 just so good on the exit. That would have been second place if that was the last lap. 06, he's starting to get there just a little bit, little by little. 05 in the wall there a tad bit, still fighting. And just like that, though, he gets him. Will he put the bumper to him? Conville able to hold off Minto for 5th. Bobby Blazer spun out a lap ago. Oh, what in the world happened there to the 05? And around goes Blazer.
He kept it straight.
He's riding the wall. Conville up to 3rd. 05 just got deathly loose off of turn 4. Was able to keep that truck in the right direction. 6 laps to go.
Ooh, that truck is not handling.
He's falling back from McConville. McConville, can he make a run for 2nd? Jake Watson is out of town here. He has got everything he needs. Bobby Blazer looks like he's serving a penalty here with that last little incident. Maybe just parking it, calling it a night. Side by side here, Rich Jett with 5 laps to go now. 4 has cracked the top 5 from dead last. 34th. Oh, McCorn up the hill. Good save there. They want to go 10 laps to the end. Minto still fighting, but Rich Jett 34th to 5th. Hardly a
No!
scratch on that truck. One more time, we'll do it. McCorn, just a handful last couple corners there for him. He nearly wrecked the lap before. No right front whatsoever. Sends it off into turn 3, and that's just, it is broke. We'll re-rack it one more time. Not what Jake Watson wanted to see. He's got Mike McConville behind him on fresh tires. He will be behind the leader, so McConville's got a great chance at 2nd here with those fresh tires. Well into overtime here. Steve Herring will get a chance to pick up a couple of last-minute spots. He'll be your lucky dog. Bobby Blazer has parked it. Chris Claude will pick up a spot for free. Hunter Kent should pick up one, maybe. Get him a top 20. He was disconnected. He was down 10 laps within the first 20, and he'll fight back to 20th, get every point he can. But officially, once they pass Bobby Blazer, we'll have 16 trucks out of the race. Randall Watkins has been on pit road for 30 minutes. So 20 trucks running. Hunter Kent hoping to pass Bobby Blazer here late. But 19th to 1st running with 18 of them on the lead lap. So who's ever, for the majority of who's still here, is on the lead lap. So Steve Herring does get that lap back. He is 18th and final car on the lead lap. Chris Claude can't gain or lose a spot. Well, he could lose if we get a 30 white checkers, but he's kind of locked in 19th. And Hunter Kent should pass Bobby Blazer to round out our 20 running trucks. Biggest mover will either be John Wilco or Rich Jett. Jake Watson's got to navigate one more restart. Andrew Deemer fighting back. Yeah, he's had a solid night.
Come back from 3 laps down. White.
Yeah, you've been all over. You've had a couple good wreck avoidances, but yeah, you've done a very good job tonight. Started 27th, looking for at least a top 15, maybe a top 10 if you play your cards right here on this final restart, hopefully. 201 laps completed into overtime, 3 attempts, green, white, checkered here. Jake Watson got to navigate this restart and get around. And He gets a great jump. McConville does not, though.
The 06 also very slow on that restart.
But it is A-okay, though, unless he sends it in there. Got to navigate 2 more corners to get to that white flag. McConville definitely going to make that send here. He wants the podium interview for sure. Rich Jet still trying to secure that top 5. White flag, race is official. It's 3 truck links. From the 40 back to the 06, the 40 has led 170-something laps. Dominant 06 will treat him nicely. And Jake Watson starts first, finishes first. Dominant performance for that 40. And Mike McConville nips the podium from that 05, who was probably second best, finishes 4th.
And that
It's an
the
all
05 might have had a shot there. He just scraped the wall, like coming to the line.
And
Lost a
after
lot of
all of that, the pole sitter wins the race. Second place finishes second. And it's a Canadian 1-2. Swept the stages, won the race, and I believe the fastest lap. I mean, that's just an absolute... It is fastest lap before he gets the bonus point. I mean, he literally got the maximum amount of points possible.
Good points day.
Good points day. Took him 2 starts to get... His average finish is second in 2 starts. Not too shabby for Jake Watson from Kitchener, Ontario. Biggest mover did end up being Rich Chet, who does take that top 5 away from Brandon Minto. Logan Giesbrecht up 26. John Wilco up 27. Eli Tomlin, first top 10 of the season, plus 19 spots. Great result for that 37. Don Miller, Derek McCorn. Andrew Deemer, top 15s. Let's go get our winners. He's already here. How about that? Jake Watson. We were just talking about it. I mean, literally, probably the easiest race you've ever had to win. Swept the stages, won the race, fastest lap, maximum points here tonight. Just literally the perfect race from your point of view, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, it was a great race. I was stressed out there a little bit at the end. I was thinking that Mike would have something there on fresher tires, but we pulled through, and god damn, there's a lot of cautions. But it's that's part of it. There's a lot of trucks on this track, and I'm happy we came out on top with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. So really the defining moment of this race, there was a little bit of strategy, and that was the only reason you didn't lead all 204 laps. Jeremy Paris had pitted on the caution right before the stage 2 break. He gets the track position when you come pit at the stage break at stage 2. And kind of the same problem he was having. There wasn't a long enough run to settle in and see who had the better truck. Passing between the leaders was nearly impossible. So but you made that move on the outside. You timed that restart to perfection and made that move on the outside. Got back to the lead and just handled the restarts from there. I mean, that was a special move. There was 3 lead changes tonight, and you made the winning move. Had to have it on that restart.
Yeah, I'm surprised the truck hooked up like that off 2 on that one restart there. I got really lucky with that one. With all the cautions, I was afraid that I was going to get stuck in second and just not have a chance to get by him. But luckily it worked out in my favor, and got the first win of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. A third place finish in your first start, and then the win here. Average finish is second, so not too shabby through 2 starts. But congratulations, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, I'll give a shout-out to Derek Baycorn and everyone at Bandit Racing there. A great team. My sponsor, Sunbet Rentals, BAC Auto, Watson Manufacturing, and that should do it.
Well, congratulations again. We'll have a week off, and we'll hopefully see you back at Bristol.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Here with your runner-up tonight, Gabriel Lafrene, a Canadian 1-2 here tonight at Martinsville. Highest finishing Ford to boot. You started second, finished second. Lot of cautions, had to manage the restarts. You battled all night long with that 05. Ended up coming out second tonight.
Yes, At least we have 10 laps at the end on the green. Can
Yeah.
can fight with the 05 and Mike McConville, but yes, hard race. 26 caution, my God.
26. Somebody had the number. But yeah, so really for the leaders, knowing that there's just so much chaos behind you, it's like, all right, we have a good truck. We're a top 3 car, probably at worst. It's really just like, don't make a silly mistake on the restart. Don't slide up. You were racing really hard with that 05. It's like, don't overdrive the corner, wreck him and myself. Because it's like, at worst, I'm a 3rd or 4th place truck tonight.
Yes, the exit of the turn 2 and 4 was sleepy. So I have to be careful with the 05 at the outside. But no, really, really happy. Start 2, finish 2. Real nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on the runner-up tonight, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Thanks for the broadcast, guys. Thanks to Chris Claude for the league. Lot of job tonight.
He'll have a big review tonight, yes.
And my sponsor, Oxmoor.
So congratulations again on the 2nd. We'll have a week off and hope to see you back in Bristol.
Perfect. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks. Here with Mike McConville, who stole a podium tonight. I'm just kidding.
That's true.
But started 11th, finished 3rd, so involved in a little bit there. Thought your right rear exploded at one point. It did not, and you finished 3rd.
Yeah, we had an eventful race. We got caught up in some junk real early. None of it was our fault. It's just bad luck. So we were just being real safe for most of the race, and with, what is it, 45, 50 to go, we had a set of tires laying, and we're like, folks, we paid for them, might as well slap them on.
Right. Do you think with that last set of tires, had it gone green, could you have done anything? Like, was any fall off? I mean, we really didn't get a chance tonight. It's just the way that it was. But do you think it could have made a difference had we got a decent run?
Oh, absolutely. I felt it right away on that next restart. I passed 3 guys in the first 2 corners, and then by the time the next caution came out, like 6 or 7 laps later, I was already back up just outside the top 5. If we could have run that all the way out, I might have had something for Jake, but man, Jake was hauling tonight. So to finish 3rd around Jeremy Parrish, Gabriel Lafreniere, Jake, who had us all covered, it feels like a win. Especially flat tracks are not my forte, so I was just hoping for top 5, top 10, moving on to Bristol. So finishing P3, actually getting to talk to you, man, feels just like a win.
Yeah, it was funny. You think, the 05 and the 40 are just kind of the 2 classes of the field. You come here and steal 3rd, so it's like, probably top 10 truck, maybe top 5, but you end up here on a podium, so definitely not a bad night at all.
Yeah, I wish I got a better restart on that last caution. I think that might have cost me 2nd, and I mean, we short track racing at Martinsville, a little bump and banging. Maybe we could have been a little Sammy Smith.
I mean,
we in the right number.
That's all we would have needed. Just top off tonight. 26 cautions is what Lafreniere told us. Chris Claude will need a drink for the caution review tonight.
Hey,
hope he has something strong.
We had a bounty on tonight where if we got under 10 cautions, a random driver was going to win $100, and we
doubled it and then added 6 to that doubling.
We cleared that in the first stage.
Yeah.
When we got to like 6 or 7, I'm like, no, give it to Max up in the booth, man. He deserves it. $100 to him.
Well, it's funny because even charging by the hour tonight, I mean, it's just Martinsville. It's 2 hours, so it's not a big deal. But yeah,
we'd have been done in like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, it's just Martinsville. I mean, it looked very difficult out there tonight. And a lot of it was self-spinning. Like, they just go into the corner under braking, and the truck was just like, all right, I'm just going to spin out. So whether it's the setup or just, like it just looked difficult tonight for them.
I think for everybody. Some guys need to figure out. because my truck was solid. Like, it wasn't loose, it wasn't tight. I could dive bomb the corners; it just wouldn't break
Yeah,
loose.
and that's what we like. We mentioned it. Art showed up halfway, by the way, finally.
Oh, he did?
But
What bum?
we noticed, especially the 06 and the 05, they were just sending it into the corner side by side, and they just looked as stable as can be. But then some other guys, they touch the brakes, and it's like, all right, we're dead. So it's just a setup thing, I imagine, or just not getting enough seat time, just life.
Yeah,
and they're
practice, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, it happens, Just
I'm real worried about Bristol because Bristol's the same way as here, even though it's high banked.
Yeah, it's like, so you give them a week off. Everyone think about what you've done, reflect, and then come to Bristol.
Practice.
Yeah, no, literally, it's like, hey, think about what you've done, and then go do it again at Bristol, and then the week after that, take them to the Rock. So it's like, man, you trying to get rid of some people or something.
Honestly, I could see the Rock being clean, just because it's so difficult.
I'm waiting for somebody to just have that random truck set up Rockingham and just dominate the Rock. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody goes there consistently. Someone's just gonna come out and be like, yeah, I've waited for this for so long. I'm just gonna dominate. I'm just waiting for it.
So, here's the 411 for the Ferda team. I've been practicing for the Rock for a month already.
Oh boy. Well,
I want to win that race.
All right. Well, it's funny because we're talking about that, and then Corbin mentioned Lime Rock. It's like somebody's just gonna come out and just win by a lap at Lime Rock just because it's so different,
I'm gonna call it now. I have a buddy named Trent Curtis who is real strong on the road courses. I'm trying to convince him to come run Lime Rock because he has real life experience around that track.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, come show us what you know,
Very
or come drive my truck.
I'll take the owner's points. But yeah, so tonight was what we thought it would be. Realized that quickly, but it is what it is. Congratulations again on the podium, and we'll let you get any final shout outs in.
I got to thank you guys for half thanks to Art. Thank you, of course, you guys for putting on the broadcast. I know tonight was a little rough with 26 cautions. Good God.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I only experienced like 10 of them.
I was here for all 26.
Half pay for you. I got to thank Produce Place of Jersey for supporting me this season, last season. They've been fantastic. The American Auxiliary of South Jersey of Cape May. I love that they've come on. They're a big supporter of mine. Thank Chris Claude for putting on this league. Hella fun, even when we have demolition derbies when we're supposed to have truck races and stock car races. But it is what it is. We're glad to get the podium. We're got a week off next week, and we're looking towards Bristol, and it's gonna be
everybody reflect and think what you did here tonight. But yeah, congratulations on the podium. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Bristol.
Appreciate you.
Yep. All right, Art, like I said, you were here for the last little bit. What you think? It's Martinsville. Just 26 cautions. It is what it is.
I still dislike Mike McConville. That's how I feel about things.
Fair enough. There's Jake Watson, 0.2 of a second over Gabriel Lafrene. Mike McConville, podium by 0.11 of a second over Jeremy Paris. Rich Jet, all the way from the back. Same thing with John Wilco. Good results for Tomlin, McCorn, Fitting, Deemer. So good results there for them. And all the way down here, too. You see there, the attrition hit hard. You got 1 lap, 5 laps, 8 laps, 12. And after that, the bottom kind of fell out for these guys. Matt Metler did not start, so we had 35 officially take the green flag. And like we said, we'll be off next Tuesday. Back for Bristol in 2 weeks, so hope to see y'all there. Have a great week, and we'll see you at Bristol. Y'all take care.